y'all. Guys, the last few days I have been feeling very lonely. And I realized that I signed up for this, moving to a foreign country all by myself. However, I'm missing my friends in Stockholm and in Canada. I'm just feeling kind of down the last few days. And so I'm gonna try and pick myself back up by taking you along with me for a cute little after work solo date that I'm gonna take myself on. And read a little bit because I'm just starting Bunny, which I'm so excited to start reading. Come along with me to try and brighten up my mood. And if you are also feeling like me and you've been kind of feeling a bit down in the dumps lately, I'm here for you. You're not alone. Let's get through this together and let's have a cute little evening. Okay, love you. Okay guys, I've just gotten ready. I'm a huge advocate for like look good, feel good. Whenever I'm feeling down, I always like kind of make myself up a little bit and it makes me feel so much better. The outfit is nothing too crazy. Really just like this black shirt with like comfy dress pants. I have a little bit more work to do today because I literally did barely anything because I was just feeling so like so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a good evening, you guys. Okay. Every single time I come here, I'm always like just amazed at how beautiful it is. Such a lovely time, but when I tell you that I literally have never had to pee more, and I went to the bathroom and it's locked, so you can imagine my surprise and fear. I may very well piss my pants. How pretty. I'm walking down a mysterious path and I have no idea where it actually goes, but we're gonna find out. It's so beautiful, I literally can't even... like you would have no idea that you're in London. No idea. I kind of feel as though I'm about to like stumble upon a cult, like sacrificing a baby lamb. It's kind of a maze in here. There's a bunch of like passageways through the bushes that lead to like really creepy dark crevices. Guys, this has honestly been such a lovely afternoon. I
Sometimes just feel like I need to come back into myself after having moments when I'm feeling really lonely, like going on nice long walks, reading, a sweet little treat, whatever it may be. Even just like getting in the shower, doing my makeup, like just makes me feel better. Sometimes you just feel in a funk, but I definitely feel better now. I can hear circus music playing. I found the circus. The circus. Do you hear that shit? Gifford Circus. I have to go. Oh my god. Guys, I can't believe this happened. I want to join the circus. Sorry, I'm joining the circus.
Sorry about the airplanes, they never stop. So, I have finished Bunny. Now, after reading this, I definitely no longer feel slumpy because I absolutely gagged for it. Took me to Gag City and beyond, okay? That is my point of reference if you ever want to know if I like a book. It either takes me to Gag City or doesn't, or takes me halfway, or takes me the other direction, or takes me beyond. Bunny took me beyond Gag City, my friends. Do you understand? So I had to get my laptop out for this one because there is just so much to say, and I just need to make sure that all of that gets said. Firstly, this book is very frequently categorized as being a horror novel. Now, I'm not sure if I would particularly categorize that as a horror novel, just in my humble opinion. There are definitely some instances in it where it is quite scary and quite off-putting and disturbing. The majority of the book is quite disturbing. However, I still don't know if I would go as far as to categorize it as a horror novel. It's kind of like if you took LSD, went to a furry convention, and was in the middle of reading The Secret History. That is kind of the analogy that I've come up with, and I personally think that that is
nothing but the absolute truth.
If there's one thing about me that I gag for every time, it is a unreliable narrator. Now, if you've read The Secret History, then you understand that the narrator, Richard, he's an unreliable narrator. Now, what that means is we as the reader are not exempt from seeing the world through the bias of this person who is narrating the story. In this regard of Bunny, we are being told the story through the lens of Samantha Mackey, Samantha Heather Mackey, I think her name is. Now, it's really hard to summarize or explain briefly the plot of Bunny because it's one of those books where, yes, I can give you what the plot of the story is, but I don't think that that is really what the story is. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If you want to take it at face value, this is what the story is. Samantha Heather Mackey is at a fictional university called Warren in the United States. Super prestigious, and she is in a master's program for creative writing, narrative writing, for writing. Now, Samantha's program is very prestigious, it's very small. She feels very alienated from the 4 other students in her program, which are 4 girls which call themselves the Bunnies. These are extremely rich, elegant, beautiful, alluring girls. They have kind of a cultish vibe about them. You very quickly learn in the beginning of the story that even though Samantha is very judgmental and straight up mean to them, it's also very evident that she has a certain attraction to them. Whether that be a sexual attraction, she has this unrelenting curiosity and need to understand them. She has this obsession with them that she's trying to push down. And I think that that's a pretty obvious thing we discover early on in the book. Everything changes, however, when the bunnies invite her to one of their parties where they basically read excerpts from pieces that they've written. And she goes to this party while ditching her best friend, Ava, as well. Now, like I said, a complete face value, beginner level, juvenile way of describing what this book entails. I feel as though the people that took this at face value would be disappointed in it because they would, but I don't know how you would be able to. Do you know what I mean? You couldn't read this book and then be like,
that was like a really weird story about a master's program.
I believe that this plot is used as a medium to communicate another story, which is perhaps a little harder to digest. What I love first and foremost is the fact that Samantha is an unreliable narrator. I went to an arts high school, so I went to school with hundreds of Samantha Mackeys, as in the holier than thou attitude, I'm not like other girls.
Oh, you like the Smiths? Name 5 songs.
Samantha Mackey is that girl. I love that the author chose to tell the story through her lens, because in the beginning you can be like, oh, everyone in the story is quite unlikable, but that's the point. And the way that she judges the writing of the other bunnies is so harsh, and it's fueled by something that you know is deeper. It's a crime of passion. It's not just a, oh yeah, but it could have used this. No, she actively hates these girls and their writing. Oh, we never really hear what they are writing. The way that she describes it, you would think that you know what they're writing. I find the great paradox behind this book is the fact that I feel as though the point is not to get it. I think too many people read this and they're like, oh, well, what are your theories? Like, I get it. That is a telltale sign of a great piece of art. It sparks up conversations. It sparks up ideas between people. It sparks up, you know, creative, critical thinking skills, and conversation and curiosity. However, I thought it was so ironic how I was looking through the reviews of the book and a lot of people like hated it and were like writing this vitriol on Goodreads and Fable about how much they hated it and it didn't make any sense and it's stupid. It's almost like the anger that they have regarding the fact that they feel as though they don't get it, even though the point of the book was not to get it, is so ironic to me. I feel like Mona Awad reads those critiques and laughs to herself because that is exactly the point of the book. For example, also there will be mild spoilers in this, by the way. If you don't care and you just want to know the tea, then stick around. But there is a sense that the bunnies also have a hatred for Samantha because her writing is described as gritty, dark, almost too realistic, too deep, too much. And the bunnies obviously can't comprehend that and don't have the creative abilities to write things like that because they've never experienced those things. They grew up in these lavish, isolated, plastic lives where they've never had to deal with assault or violence or homelessness or anything like that. Their anger for not understanding Samantha's work is kind of a parallel to the people in real life reading Bunny and getting angry that they don't understand it. I just think that that is so poetic. And again, the point is not to get it. That's not the point of the book. If I were to tell you that I understood every single second from beginning to end of this book, I would be lying to your little cute face. Okay? And I'm not gonna do that. Another theme in the book that I thought was really interesting was this whole idea of the body, which they talk about a lot. The bunnies are always talking about, oh, the body of the work, the body of this, the body of this, like, and they really overuse that term. The bunnies and the profs alike overuse it in such a pretentious, snot-nosed way where you kind of roll your eyes every time they talk about the body or whatever. I find it quite interesting how they literally, and this is gonna be a spoiler, so okay, in their bunny rituals, they sacrifice bunnies and thus create a man of their dreams who walks through the door, literally creating a body which is inspired by a work they love. One of my other favorite parts about it is that every single one of the boys that they create from these sacrificial rituals is, in its essence, a copy of a character already created by another author. Men from the classic novels like Mr. Darcy, they recreate all of these men. None of the men that come in as a result of the bunny sacrifice is of their own complete originality. Not until Sam joins them, sacrifices a bunny, and creates a completely unknown, original man of her dreams, not inspired by anything else other really than herself and her own deepest desires. And so I think the bunnies, they hate that originality. They can't create something that's perfect and original, and no matter how many times they sacrificed a bunny and created a man, there was always something wrong with them. They still had paws for hands. They would chew on their ears. They would have fucked up facial features or have a tail still. Like, there was always something wrong, but when Samantha did it for the first time, it was a completely gorgeous, original, perfect boy. They all wanted so violently. His life ended so violently. And the fact that the bunnies are always like, well, we have to kill them when they no longer serve their purpose. They literally murder all of these boys that they have created from these sacrifices. Oh! And it's like, I wonder if that is symbolic of, in order to grow as an artist and a creative person, like, you have to kill your past self, you have to kill your past ideals, you have to kill your past works, you have to, in order to completely move on and create something that is truly remarkable, truly original. You guys, there's just so much in this book that is so awesome, and the more that I sit with it, I think I finished it like 3 days ago. The more I sit with it, the more I think about new things where I'm like, oh my god, and that like could be symbolic of this, and that could be symbolic of that. I'm a nerd like that, okay? I'm a nerd like that. I love symbolism, okay? I eat symbolism. Okay? That's Bunny. I thought it was brilliant. Mona Awad. Congratulations, babe. A fellow Canadian. A Canadian queen killing it. I searched high and low for her other book called Rouge, Waterstones, yesterday, and I could not find it. So I'm going to try and go, no, it's already closed. Damn it! I'm going to pick up Rouge by Mona Awad this week at some point. But I just wanted to say, if you are someone who's just moved to a new place, or not even, you're just feeling lonely and you've grown out of your friend group and you don't really have close friends, I'm in the same boat. There are so many people in the same boat. If you know, when you have those moments, I think it's so important to, self-care really helps. After this, I'm gonna wash my face, do a face mask, probably watch trash TV, make a nice healthy dinner, probably end it off with some tea and some chocolate caramel biscuits, because you gotta balance it out, babe. And then I'm gonna read. I started reading Powerless 2 nights ago, 3 nights ago. It's okay so far. Honestly, I feel like after reading Bunny, anything I pick up is gonna be like, ah, okay. You know what I mean? I won't lie, the writing does seem a little juvenile. I mean, Lauren Roberts is young. I think she's literally my age. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you have a fabulous day, a fabulous evening, a fabulous night. I love you guys. I'll talk to you next week. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos like this. I can't wait to talk to you soon. Thank you so much for sticking around this long if you did. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So grateful for you guys. Love you. I will talk to you next week. Bye.